Hello, welcome back to Grey the Gold Witch. Today we're going to be looking at the journey to your true love. We have 4 piles today. The first is the crystal ball. The second is celestite. The third is labradorite. And the fourth is carnelian stone. So take a second with the piles, pause the video if you need to see which pile is right for you, and I will see you in your reading. Hey pile 1, if you chose the crystal ball, then this is your reading on your journey to your true love. So we're going to start with the tarot cards, and then we'll dive into the oracle cards later. I'm kind of leaving this up to spirit. Whatever is channeled through me will go off of to see the journey to your true love. So, Spirit, connect me to pile 1. What is their journey to their true love? The Hanged Woman. The 8 of Wands. Pile 1's journey to their true love. 10 of Wands. Five of Swords in reverse. 5 of Wands. 9 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And Princess of Swords in reverse. Do one more row. The 4 of Swords in reverse. And the 3 of Wands. Okay. There's a strong level of peace coming through here, which is interesting because the cards don't fully reflect that, but the energy here is very peaceful. And I think this peace all comes from the Hanged Woman. In the journey to your true love, by the time you meet them, you'll have an immense amount of perspective on your journey so far, on everything you'd experienced leading up to that point. I'm seeing you speaking to groups of people about your difficulties and trials. You've looked at the events of your life from every perspective up to this point. And you've come to realize by the time you meet your true love, the kind of people you want in your life, the places that you know will empower you, the things that you know will empower you. You have a perspective on how you truly want to live your life, above all else. I'm seeing that before you come to this perspective, you hit a kind of breaking point or rock bottom where you were tired of fighting a battle that you felt like you couldn't win. And you chose instead to carve a new life for yourself. It's as though you're at this crossroads and you chose the life that would really fulfill you rather than the life that would deplete you and drain you. And with this, I think you said goodbye to a lot of people who weren't serving you, and you walked away from relationships that you might have been dependent on in the past, but you knew weren't in the end going to uplift you. I see you realizing that there was people in your life that had been betraying you, and you really lacked trust in the people and places and things around you. And you were once you had this awakening that the way you were living your life wasn't how you want to live it, you started to plan it accordingly, and you started to plan for a new life. And I see you being very restless once you realized, it's almost as though you had this light bulb moment that things weren't working out for you, and you had the light bulb moment you could live your life in a different way and have a much more fulfilling life. So this is a very strong message, but I see your true love meeting you once you have this perspective on how your past life, the life you'd been living, wasn't serving you. And you're talking to a group of people, you're communicating this to people and teaching them about recovery and healing yourself. And when you've reached this stage, I see this person hearing you speak and seeing that you have stood up for yourself and fought for a positive, fulfilling life for yourself. And this person sees your strength and your fortitude and your perseverance and your success as a whole. And they are very, very impressed by you. And I'm seeing that it's after almost a rock bottom that you have this phoenix moment and rise up again and help other people with your story. That's when this person comes in, that's when you meet them. And I see you being extremely confident, having a very wise perspective on everything that's happened to you, and having learned and worked through these painful lessons and learned from them and become a much stronger, wiser person for it. And when you meet them, I think they've gone through very similar experiences. I think they too chose themselves and fought for themselves, because I see that you didn't have a lot of support when you did this. When you made this change to turn your life around, you really did it on your own, and it was from your own willpower. And your true love went through the same exact experience where they hit this rock bottom and had to fight for themselves and choose themselves. I see this person just feeling like you're a kindred spirit right off the bat when they meet you. And I think both of you have a hard time finding people who truly understand you. So it's like fireworks go off the minute they hear you speak. And I feel like once they come into your life, it's very quick-paced coming together. And it's interesting because I think it's almost like you live two lives. You live the life that you ended up having to leave, and then it's like you start a whole new life over, and that's when you meet this person. And I'm hearing they're everything you could want and more. I think you would be shocked, like looking from your past experience when you were in the thick of that, to realize that your life is going to be so abundant and fruitful in this next chapter. I feel like when you two meet, it's like two souls who haven't seen each other in a long time coming together, and it's like but it feels like you've known each other forever. And you're just both have this already, even right off the bat, you have this proud feeling towards the other person that they have overcome their battles, that they made it to this point in their lives, and you're able to meet in this way. It's like once you guys meet, you just flow into each other's lives, and it's like everything you experienced up to this moment makes sense because it brought you two together. And you both respect each other on such a deep level because you've been through this hardship and you've seen kind of the hardest the roughest waters of the life experience, and so have they. So you have this deep understanding of each other and what each other has been through, and not many people can relate on this level, but since you have gone through the same things and risen above them, you have this deep respect for each other, and that's the foundation of your relationship. It's just this utmost respect and care for the other person. This is beautiful. I had no idea what we were getting into with these readings, but this is just like a very... I'm hearing you guys are a match made in heaven, and once you meet it, it's like nothing's the same again in your life. So we're going to look at the oracle cards, and I haven't pre-shuffled, so I'm going to do that now. If you want to skip a little bit ahead to when I've laid out all the cards, you can. It's up to you. I'll probably talk still. Okay, for pile 1, what is their journey to their true love? The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. It's like you both have ascended, and yeah, after the rains at the bottom of the deck too, and that's silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over acceptance. You meet each other after you both have individually fought very tough battles. And yeah, there's so much harmony, application. Yeah. Inner child. You and this person, I feel like, just get along so well and are so funny with each other and really respect each other's point of views. It's like you're best friends from the get-go. Love yourself first. Yeah, this is why they come in after you've been through all of this. It's because you first needed to know how to love yourself. And there's going to be instant chemistry between you two. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing Firework by Katy Perry, and I haven't heard that song in a long time. Yeah, okay, so Caution came out. And Disruption. So I feel like you're going to be in this groove of your life where you just feel so in love with your life and like so proud of yourself for accomplishing everything you have. And when they come in, you're going to be like, you're going to instantly know that they're a significant soulmate. But because, and this, it would be wild if you didn't feel hesitant on some level because of all of the stuff you'd already been through. But it's like they just are like this disruption that happens in your life, and your life is never the same again. And you're definitely a little cautious at the beginning because you've been through like hell and back before you got to this point, and now you're living in this abundant time, and it makes sense you'd have fears about meeting this person. For some reason, I'm thinking of the story, I don't know why this is popping in my head, but Hercules, that Disney movie, well, it's also a like Greek tale, but the movie's coming into my head, and him and that girl, she's very cool. That's like, I Won't Say I'm in Love, that song, that's what's popping through from you guys. Yeah, so Thanatos, the River and the Threshold came out. This is just reminding me that Thanatos is all about a death, like an ending of a chapter, and you definitely have gone through that before you meet this person. And with the river, you just flow into each other's lives. It's like you like cross this threshold very naturally. It's a very authentic, like natural flow of relationship. And I'm like, the way I'm like dealing out these cards and doing this is very like simultaneous and just kind of talking and pulling cards. I feel like once this person comes into your life, there's just a very natural flow to it and this harmony that is unparalleled, I'm hearing. You're gonna it just like fit together from the get-go. There's going to be no, like, there's no forced or like awkwardness to this. I mean, there might be a little awkwardness because of how intense your feelings are for each other, but it's more so like they're just gonna click like a puzzle piece into your life. And you're both just gonna like be the best of friends. With the inner child card, I'm seeing you guys really being able to talk about anything with each other and show your vulnerable sides and not fear judgment, or it's like you're talking to, on some level, yourself. Like, you guys just completely understand each other and are able to share like this stuff you typically wouldn't want to share with other people. And you're just gonna have this deep love for yourself first and foremost, and that's why this relationship's so healthy and why they came in at this point, because you both are completely ready for this relationship. And with application here, this is reiterating that you are in a time in your life where you have worked through all of like a deep amount of shadow work and have really started a new life for yourself. It's very different from the life you had been living. And with After the Rain, that just keeps being reiterated. This is a completely new chapter. And through these like rough waters and the storm you went through before you meet them, you've learned deep compassion and devotion and humility. And it's like the perfect time for you guys to meet up with each other on Earth. It's like perfect timing. With the caution and disruption cards, I definitely see these coming from the ego more so than like they're not coming from your souls. It makes sense from an egoic standpoint. You'd be like, what is happening? Like, why am I hitting it off with this person? Because this kind of connection is very, very rare. So when it happens, you're going to be a little thrown off. But I see you guys just connecting so well and having such effortless chemistry that, yeah, your life just isn't the same after you meet them. That is what I keep hearing. We're going to look at a few more cards. Safety. These feelings are going to go away very quickly because you're just going to feel like very safe in their presence and like you can trust them. You're just going to have that knowing about them. And they're gonna remind you of all of the people that you had in your past who didn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and you're gonna look at them and be like, I should never have put up with that past behavior, because this person's gonna treat you so freaking well and just make you feel so safe. And it's like a completely new kind of love for you. You've never experienced something this steady, and the foundation you're building off of is so strong because both of you have worked through your past traumas and are open books ready to like build a tree. And that's what you guys will be doing. We're gonna look at the Artist Oracle cards. I love these cards. What do we have for pile 1? On their journey to their true love. Tracy Emin. Don't hide your dirty sheets in the washer. Concentrate on finding, not losing, yourself in your art. Decay can be a fertilizer for new ideas. What I'm immediately being drawn to is concentrate on finding, not losing yourself in your art. You're not going to lose yourself in this person because you already have such a solid foundation in yourself. So it's almost as though by you two meeting and coming together, you're going to find out about new layers of who you are and what you enjoy and what brings you happiness. And you guys are just going to be so silly together. I just see a lot of laughter and this person being very funny and like always making you laugh. And I think you're going to both come to realize through this relationship that I feel like you both had pain and sadness about how difficult the last chapter had been for both of you. But as you continue to get to know each other and grow together and grow deeper into your relationship, you're going to see that how much stronger going through those things has made you, and made you more prepared for this relationship, and made this relationship so much better. So you're gonna have a new perspective on those past pains because of this relationship. And I think it's really special because both of you have gone through very similar things before you meet. So there's this very deep understanding of each other's viewpoints, and it's like a match made in heaven. That's what I keep hearing. So for the last part of this reading, we're going to look at the Celestial Bodies cards, and this, I'm really just leaving this up to spirit, but we might get some time frames, or who knows, for anything else, spirit? First house and fire. So this person might be a fire sign, or you might be a fire sign, and that's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Also, the next fire season after you meet them could be very significant for both of you. I see this as a 4-month period of getting to know each other and then getting deeper into a relationship, like 4 months of getting to know each other before things get more serious. And with the first house, this is all about the body. I think this person takes very good, I think both of you very much honor your bodies and treat them as temples, and you both live life in a just very sacred way. So yeah, I'm not necessarily getting a time frame on when you meet this person. These are more so after you've already met them. But I see it getting serious within the first year. So yeah, this is what I'm getting for you, Pile 1. This was a very amazing reading to do, and I wish you all the best, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Okay, Pile 2, if you chose the Celestite, then this is your reading on your journey to your true love. So we're going to start with the tarot cards, and I'm just going to directly channel what Spirit's saying, so we'll let Spirit take the wheel on this reading. Not that Spirit doesn't take the wheel on every reading. So we'll do this, and then we'll do tarot, and then we'll dive into oracle cards. So Spirit, tap me into Pile 2. What is the journey to their true love? Death. What is the journey to their true love? 6 of Cups. Judgment. 7 of Swords. Six of Swords. What is the journey to their true love, Spirit? 9 of Swords. 4 of Swords. It's a journey to Pile 2's true love. The Lovers. And we have the Magician on the back of the deck. Okay. And make sure you can see the cards. It's important. I love this deck. Okay. Pile 2. I'm feeling very clairsentient today. So, off the bat, I see your journey to your true love comes after some sort of heartbreak, which no one loves to hear, but that's what the cards are saying. You said goodbye to a person, place, or thing that was very nostalgic to you and was part of your more youthful life, I'm hearing. you had a lot of love for this past thing, but there was some sort of divine intervention, and you realized this person, place, or thing had been betraying you, and you went through some immense heartbreak when you realized that this person or place or thing, community you loved so much was in it for themselves and not for you. And you had a divine intervention. Spirit came through and made this clear to you that whatever this person, place, or whatever this noun was out for themselves and didn't have your best interest at heart. And you trusted in your spirituality and your faith in that moment, even though it was very heartbreaking and felt like this insurmountable obstacle. You knew you had to go heal and move forward. So you went on this healing journey, and you went into the unknown, into a new chapter that you had never expected you'd have to go into. You thought you would be with this chapter for the rest of your life. So it was this very big shift in your life, and you chose the right steps. You knew that you needed to heal, but I feel like your mind, and you just went through a lot of mental anguish at the beginning of this healing chapter, because although you were trusting in your faith, from an external point of view, it looked like your world was just crumbling to the ground, and you really, I feel like you just completely walked by faith and not by sight in this chapter of leaving this thing behind, because on the surface it looked like this beautiful life you had, but Spirit showed you what was happening beneath the surface, and you knew you had to leave. You knew you could never be happy in this situation once you realized the truth of it. And I feel like you were very much on your own in making these decisions. You didn't really have any support besides Spirit at the time of this healing. And I feel like you exercised an immense amount of patience, waiting to see where your life is taking you, waiting to see where you're headed next. And I feel like you grow quite impatient, waiting to see what newness is coming into your life, or why that chapter, because you felt I feel like Spirit made it clear to you that something better was coming in if you left this chapter, and you trusted that intuitive nudge, but you were like, where is it? I feel like you felt right before you meet this true love, just the mood of this beast, whatever this animal is, you were feeling just very restless. You were trying to stay calm. And I see this person coming in this new chapter after you've healed from this difficulty. And I think not only does this person come in, but during this time, I think you have this moment where all of your manifestations, all of the things you truly want start coming in. And because you know that was not the end of your story, you know that you had a lot more to come in, you just didn't know exactly what it was yet. And when this person comes in, a lot of other manifestations are coming in as well. And it feels like you have really begun to build this very solid life for yourself. And this person, I think, went through a very similar chapter of imbalance and having to leave things behind, and you're both kind of in similar energies when you bring each other, when you manifest each other into your lives. I feel like you really fought this on your own. Like, I keep hearing, like, I just don't think people really, like, supported you in the way you deserve to be supported. You really fought this battle on your own, and so did this person. And you guys are like underdogs that find each other, and you see the strength of each other. And when this person comes in, I think you're being very receptive to all of your manifestations coming in. And you, right when you meet this person and when the other manifestations are coming in, you have this like pristine clarity that everything in your life led up to this point. That you have no doubt in a higher power because you were led so much through the dark by this higher power with no like physical evidence that things were going to be better on this other side. Because I think what you left to a lot of people looked like this ideal life, but you knew in your heart it wasn't what was meant for you. And I feel like you turned away from it and didn't look back. And if you looked back, it was just in reflection. It wasn't in angst. I feel like, and these messages are kind of frustrating to deliver, but I feel like the people you left behind and these experiences are exactly where they were when you left them, and you've just done this immense amount of growth and are really living a fruitful life. And it was important you let these people go because they weren't going to grow with you. You had to leave them behind. It was the only chance you had at a fulfilling life for yourself. Okay, so that's the journey to your true love. Let's look at when you meet them, because really this is a lot about you, like the journey into meeting them, but I want to know about them. Spirit, is there anything you'll tell us about Pile 2's true love once they meet them in the journey of their life? The Empress, 7 of Wands. Is there anything else you'll give us here? The Fool. Could I get one more card, Spirit? 3 of Coins. Okay, I think you meet them in a community. So it's not like you meet on a dating app and start there. It's more so you meet with friends, or I feel like you've gotten to know new people in this new chapter, and they're in that group of people. I see that you have you're almost like this nun at this point. You just very much rely on, or monk, you rely on your spirituality above all else, and you already have begun to see your manifestations come in. We were seeing that earlier, and I think part of that was a community of more supportive people and more genuine people, and people who were on the same, like growing in the same way you are. And I think you're already just feeling very blessed and thankful. There's a lot of gratitude here for this new chapter. And what I see coming in from your true love is that you are in this receptive state, just letting things come in, and this person's going to fight for you and show you that they are serious about you and I think they're very attracted to you and see you as this like mythical creature. They're enamored with you, and you're enamored with them too. And I think you start out as friends, and you're both very patient with this because you both have been through a difficult chapter, and you know that slow and steady wins the race here. You know that if you're building on a solid foundation, there's no need to rush it. So that's lovely. you're just gonna, I'm hearing this is the start of something new from, what's that from? High School Musical. And that, I guess, was a new chapter in their life, so this is a new chapter in yours. I guess that's what that means. Okay, so let's look at oracle cards for pile 2. What is the journey to their true love? What do you want them to know? Health. You're going to very much, when you meet them, be in a state of just, like, taking care of yourself and your body and, like, honoring your temple. And I think the people in your life before this weren't doing that necessarily, and so the people you're bringing into your life now are. Yeah, frustration. I'm seeing that your past really just didn't connect with you, and this new chapter is very aligned with your, like, life path and your authentic self. And I think both of you might be kind of nervous at the beginning that you're going to deal with this frustration that you dealt with in the past of people not understanding you, but that's not going to happen at all. And I think when you guys give each other space and have time to reflect after spending time together and have space to reflect on the past and what the present looks like now, you'll reach this success. So you're going to see that everything happened the way it was meant to. I think it'll be your spirituality is already very on point, but I see it continuing to strengthen, especially with this relationship for both of you. You're just very connected to Source. That's abundantly clear. Like, your whole journey to get here was by relying on your faith. Let's look at the Artist Oracle cards. Matisse. I love Matisse. Unleash the beast within. Productivity even in pajamas. Sketch boldly and paint with a big stick. Yeah, I see you feeling like you can be your true self in this new chapter and really, like, crack the jokes you want to crack and be exactly who you are. And this person is who they are too. And I think you haven't had that full, full vulnerability or feeling like you could just be yourself and be all of your glory in front of people. So I see this just being a very healing time and a time where you continue to grow in love for yourself as you start this romantic cycle. You have the comic. I see you and this person just, like, getting along in the best of ways. And we also have the mountain. And I see that you both just have, like, big plans for your life and big things you want to accomplish. And this relationship is very healing for both of you because you finally find someone who understands you and gets you at the level you're at. And you're both just being your genuine, authentic selves together. And you're going to succeed and do great things because you're so authentic and true to yourself. Your values systems are on point because you value authenticity and feeling alignment with your life rather than any egoic desire or drive. You're not driven by money or fear or anything like that. What else do we have for pile 2? Chemistry and trust. Yeah, I see maybe you guys being a little nervous about when you meet this person because of past pain, but the situation will call for trust. And I think whenever you have this space away from them and can reflect, you're going to realize that you have this trust in the situation and you're just going to connect super well, like 2 peas in a pod, I'm hearing. So I feel like this trust will just naturally come to you. It's not something you have to work for. You're going to feel this but because of past pain and the situation you left behind, you're going to be on your guard, but that's fine. This person's obviously going to help you bring that wall down. The Mystic Rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, grace. Yeah, you're just going to be at a point in your life where you have all of this wisdom and come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Yeah, we were talking about you just attracting this in and being receptive. And you're going to have just this mystical outlook on your life, realizing how everything worked out the way it needed to for this to happen. And you're going to have a deep trust in the fact that this will work out because you're just in this receptive energy and you trust in the universe that everything's working out in your best interest because you've been led this far by spirit and you know that you're going to continue to be led in the right direction. You have a very angelic vibe to you. You're definitely somebody who brings light into this world. The goat and willow, overcoming obstacles. You're definitely going to bond with this person over the obstacles both of you have overcome and how you got to the point you have now. And there will be a deep respect there for both of you trudging towards your destiny. You know, you're going to see a kindred spirit in this person for sure. And it's going to be like, where have you been all my life? Because I've never met anyone who gets me like you get me. That's how you'll feel. And you're just going to overcome any obstacles with this person with ease as well. Because when you guys are together, it's like you're unstoppable. You both are already forces to be reckoned with on your own. And it's like double that together. So we're going to look at the celestial bodies and see if Spirit wants to give us any time frames, whatever comes through with these cards, we will look at. Spirit. Oh. Okay. Whoa, that's cool. So one. Yeah, so this is the one. This is the person you will spend your life with, and I think you'll know that very early on. And with Yod is a card about destiny, and this is a destined partner in your life, and everything led up to like this moment for you. I'm seeing a significant turning point in the relationship happening a year after you meet, and you're gonna just feel like the destiny radiating through this relationship. So this is something, yeah, I'm even holding your crystal. I feel like this is something you just feel. You definitely have clairsentience. Okay, so this is your journey to your true love, pile 2. This is beautiful, and I am very happy for you that this is what is coming in your life. So yeah, this is all I'm getting for you, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you chose a Labradorite, then this is your reading on your journey to your true love. So we're going to first look at the tarot cards, and then we're going to hop into the oracle cards, and I'm just Spirit's just coming through with whatever they want to come through with today. So yeah, Spirit, what do you have for pile 3? What is the journey to their true love? Page of Wands, King of Swords in reverse, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Wands, 5 of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, and 3 of Cups. Okay. And we have the Hermit on the back. Okay. So, pile 3. The journey to your true love. Oh, shit. So off the bat, pile 3, I can tell that you're the pile that's skeptical of if there's such thing as a true love. And that's totally fine. I understand the skepticism. I can tell that you I'm kind of curious why you're on this reading, but I guess have fun listening to this. So, pile 3. I feel like you're very disillusioned to love. You have dealt with people who really hurt you, who didn't give you the time of day, who treated you like shit, and I feel like you have this very big wall up to the idea of true love. I feel like you think of love in a very practical sense at this point. Like, what can I offer them and what can they offer me? And it's less emotional for you. And I see you, but like in the back of your mind, you do like fantasize about having a deep love and having something special. So what I see for you is this is the journey to your true love. So where you're at, where the story starts that Spirit's showing me is you dealt with someone who made you feel bad about yourself, who made you feel like they just treated you really poorly and made you feel like you were worth less than you are worth. They just they were a fuck boy or fuck girl, and I think really got hurt by this and were really affected by it and felt really out of control of your life. And so you bossed up into this person who doesn't take any shit, who calls it like you see it. You are very practical, and you have a strong level of confidence at this point. Like, you know who you are to a strong degree, and you care well for yourself and don't put up with less than you deserve, and you have excellent boundaries. What I see happening for you though is after this situation where you've kind of given up on true love, I see somebody coming in and you kind of believing in it again. And I see, because you haven't really looked at what values you care about deeply and what really matters to you, I see people treating you like shit, you bossing up and leveling up, and then I see somebody coming in that you kind of show your vulnerable, softer side to, and they aren't in alignment with you, and it makes you basically go into this moment where you really like withdraw from the world and figure out what you really want and what you value and what you truly deserve out of a partner. And you're not just kind of jumping. I think in these situations, it was kind of like you acted on your impulse and you saw that these people, you had this like magnetic attraction to them, so you ran to them and you didn't really think before you acted, and it left you really hurt. In both of these situations, I see you being very hurt. But after the second one happens, you know that it's time to introspect, and you look at it from different angles. You see that the way they were treating you was unforgivable. And you also see that you see your part that you played in it and what you allowed these people to treat you as and what you didn't. it's almost as though you're learning through experience what a true partnership means to you. And I see after the first relationship, or after the first situationship, whatever it was, where the person hurt you, you boss up and level up and put up walls and your confidence spikes. But when this next person comes in and those walls come down and they hurt you again, it's like you rose in your confidence but didn't really address what you wanted out of a partner. And so the situation comes in again, and that's when you finally realize you need to really reflect and see what you want out of a partner and what kind of person you want to bring in. And after these two painful relationships, or situationships, whatever they are, I see you really getting down to the nitty-gritty of what you want out of a life partner. And you know that you're not going to make this mistake again where you fall for somebody who has such... It's almost as though these people won't work on themselves. They're stuck in their ways. And you know that you want somebody who will grow with you and treat you as an equal partner. And at this point, you might even write down, like, what you want out of a relationship and what wasn't working in those past relationships. And once you've done that, I see you still maintaining this confidence and love for yourself and focusing more on love with friends rather than romantically. And when you're focused on this love and connection with friends, that's when this person comes in. And it's after a period of introspection. It's after a period of really knowing what you want out of a relationship and knowing what you deserve and what you want out of your life as a whole. Like what a fulfilling life looks like to you. It's like you're going to be answering or really thinking about all of the deep questions about life. Like, why are we here? How do I want to make the most of it? What really matters to me? So, yeah, you deal with some difficult situations, and then because you have fully reflected on what you want, you bring in the right partner, and you bring in somebody who you're friends first. You have a lot of love for each other, and it just grows into this harmonious relationship. So let's look at... I want to know a little bit more about this person, because that was mostly the journey is the backstory, right? But let's see if we can find out anything about your true love. Spirit, will you tell us about pile 3's true love? 7 of Wands. The Star. 5 of Cups. The High Priestess. Okay. So with your true love, off the bat, what I'm seeing is they're gonna... I feel like you're gonna have your guard up and really be like waiting for them to show you their true character. Like you're waiting for like a bad side to pop up, and that doesn't happen. They keep fighting and showing you over and over again that they're serious about you and they want something serious, and they are someone who wants to grow, and you have very similar, like you have the same values as this person. And I think on a deep level, you'll know it's them, even if you are scared to admit like they're your true love. And they're gonna have gone through very similar things as you, where they have lost connections and relationships that they'd had expectations for things that didn't lead the way, like where they wanted them to. And what I can see is that they never take you for granted. They see how much of a blessing you are in their life, and they see you as this beautiful star. This is how they see you. And they're really focused, Spirit's really focused on how they see you as this like abundant, beautiful woman or man. And I feel like people in the past really weren't able to see like your true depths and true abundance, and this person is, and they're just an equal partner to you. They treat you the way you were hoping to be treated, how you knew you wanted to be treated, the way you deserved to be treated. And I see this person just continuing to impress you, and you're just so grateful to have that. You're both just so grateful for each other, really. Okay, let's look at the angel whispers. Comfort. Oh, this person is just going to be so comforting to you and remind you that people aren't always shitty. I think you dealt with really shitty people before, and this person's just going to be like someone you can snuggle with on the couch with and just rely on. It's a very peaceful relationship. Like, you just trust them above all else, and they just feel like they belong next to you. It's a very special kind of connection. I'm hearing it's 1 in a million. We have Francisco Goya. In case of emergency, locate your nearest exile. A good caricature is no exaggeration. Truth takes shape in shadows. Yeah, so with truth takes shape in the shadows, I see that your truth of what you truly wanted took place. You've realized it through these painful relationships, and it was through the dark that you found the light. Like, the light of this relationship. The thing is if this person came in at the beginning, you wouldn't be as grateful for this person as you are now, because you went through those painful relationships and painful situationships, whatever they were. You have a clear, perspective on the fact that this person brings so much to the table and loves you so well. The light can't exist without the dark, it's... Okay. We have the Bardo, the King, and the Flame. I see that there is a significant time where you are reflecting and realizing what you want. And with the King here, I see you rising into your power and getting the spark for life back. And once you get this, you align with your true love. You align with... Because I feel like after these two painful relationships, you kind of lose your zest for life, and you bring it back on your own, and that's when you align with this person. I think you are very just shocked that this person exists. It's like, how can you be so pure and loving and surrender? Yeah, I think you surrender to the fact that you might not have a person. I think after the second relationship, you're just kind of like, well, is that it? And it's obviously not. And you surrender, and just surrender to where life is taking you, and surrender to what you don't have control over, and that's when this person can come in. The Weasel and Pine introspection. Yeah, there's a long period of introspection where you really figure out what you want and what matters to you in a relationship. Spirit's definitely focusing on the fact that you have this period of time to yourself where you realize what really matters to you. This period's paramount to you getting into this relationship, because you need to realize what you don't want to realize what you do want, It's like the balancing act of life. Flirt. I think this person, I'm getting this picture of this person will try and flirt with you, and you're going to just be you're not going to be looking for a relationship, and you're going to be like, I don't know, just taken aback by their flirting and not really know what to do. But you're going to flirt back, and it's going to be fun. But I see that with the Calling in Your Soulmate card, that there is this period where between the last painful breakup where you have time to yourself, and it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So once you start focusing on what you want out of a partner by realizing what you don't want, there will be a period where this person, you're like attracting this person into your life. And yeah, it's exciting. You're gonna just instantly connect with this person. I see the flirting just being really cute. Sustainability, slow down into your garden, the wastelands, and we are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. Yeah, I see you being like very, like, during this period of introspection, I see you doing yoga and meditation and eating healthily and just doing what gives you life and brings you back to life. That's like how you get your flame back, is by connecting to the earth and grounding yourself. This slowdown period is essential for this person to come in. And this person's just gonna be like your best friend, and they're gonna fit so naturally into your life, and you're gonna be like very shook by how they just fit so naturally. And okay, we're gonna look at the celestial bodies cards for any time frames, any extra info Spirit wants to throw in here. 3. Waxing crescent. Okay. So I'm seeing that this relationship could start in a waxing cycle of the moon. So right after a new moon. And if you've already met this person, I would look and see if it was during that. It definitely could have been. With 3, I see you definitely meeting through a group. Your friends first, for sure. And it starts out as a friend thing, and then it turns into the two of you. So yeah, this is just a very sustainable relationship, and it's built on a solid foundation, and it adds more. I always think about, like, if something's meant for you, it'll add to your life rather than making your life smaller. And this person definitely expands your life rather than contracts it. And I see you both just having so much gratitude for each other's place in your lives and feeling like you don't take this for granted. You live in the moment and enjoy each other with the utmost respect for each other. And yeah, this is a beautiful connection. You'll definitely believe in love after this one, in true love. So yeah, this is all I'm getting for you, Pile 3. It was an honor to read for you, and I will see you in another reading. Bye. Hey, Pile 4, if you chose the carnelian stone, then this is your reading on your true love. So we're going to look at the tarot cards first, and then we'll dive into the oracle cards. And yeah, we're just going to see what the journey to your true love looks like, and then go from there. Pile 4, Spirit, what does the journey to their true love look like for Pile 4? Father of Wands, Son of Wands, Six of Wands, or no, Six of Swords, Death, oh, Six of Wands, Ten of Swords, the World. This is beautiful, Pile 4. Damn, okay. Can we get one more card for Pile 4? One more card for Pile 4. Okay, that was too many. One more for Pile 4. 7 of Cups. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse on the back. Okay. Pile 4. So This is interesting. There's been a similar pattern in most of the readings. I guess that it makes sense because that's how, I guess we're seeing the structure for how people find their true loves. But basically I see you were in a relationship with somebody who you thought could step up to the plate and be an equal partner with you. But they ended up being way more immature than you realized and just not ready to have the seriousness of a relationship that you wanted. And this really broke your heart. I think you really thought this was the person you were going to go, like, have a life with, and they just brought a lot of negative energy into your life, and they showed their true colors, and I think they were very lustful and caught up in physical pleasures and didn't have, like, the best of intentions. And they led you astray because they acted as though that they wanted something serious and wanted something for the long haul. So I just heard, so you dated that motherfucker and then you broke up with them and you go on this healing journey. And it's very painful because I think you really thought that this was the person you were gonna, have a family with, do the whole life thing with, and it was a major ending. But you knew you were making the right decision, and you knew that leaving this would be better than staying in it. And you felt like you had the whole world open up to you after you left this person. It took some time to process the pain. I'm seeing like 6 months. I don't know why Spirit's giving that time frame, but it took you about 6 months to get over this asshole. Spirit's being just like so indifferent about this person you dated. Like, yep, they did not deserve you, and you left them because you deserved so much better. That's basically the tone that this is being channeled in. It's like, okay. And then you got out of that horrible situation, and your life leveled up, and you realized you had so many more opportunities and options and choices and possibilities for your life. I feel like this chapter made you kind of feel like stuck in a box, like life could only look one certain way, and once you broke out of it and were this beautiful butterfly, you saw that life could go in a number of different ways, and you had autonomy over it. And what I see about your true love is that you don't have to work for this, like, relationship. You're not going to be actively pursuing it. They're going to come to you. With the Eight of Pentacles here, I see this person's very stable and has built a solid life for themselves, and they are everything you wanted in this partner that they turned out not to be. The person you end up with is this, like, humble person who wants a, like, equal partner and an equal give and take, and this person's romantic and sensitive, and they're everything you wanted but didn't have in this past relationship that you leave. And you get it. Because you leave the situation, you find what you were seeking. What you were seeking was also seeking you. And I see them having, the person you end up with is also going to have gone through a similar experience where they thought that they had found the person they wanted, but they realized that they were not who they pretended to be. So you're both going to have gone through that, and then you find the real deal in each other. And I think being together, but also even before this, I see you just seeing all of these possibilities and hopes and dreams for life that you hadn't had for a long time. There's a fire back in your life that, yeah, it's just a beautiful new chapter, and this had to end for you to get here and to realize that life had much more to offer than what you were settling for. Yeah, this is like the definition of settling, and then you decide not to anymore. And then you find exactly what you had been looking for and what you wanted all along. So I want to look more at your true love, because why not? Can we get additional information on Pile 4's true love, Spirit? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they're just a very balanced Two of Swords. They know what they want. Nine of Cups. Oh, there's going to be a very strong, like, physical attraction here as well. And one more, Spirit. Three of Swords. Okay, so this person has gone through similar heartache to you, and they're healing it as well. And they know what they want out of a partner, and so do you. And this person has the solid foundation that you had been seeking, and the stability and security, because you really just wanted somebody you could trust, that had loyalty. And also, I mean, this person is just an incredible person and is very attractive, and everything you, like, even superficially would want out of a partner, but also on a soul level, they're everything you want. They're everything you had hoped the past person would be, is what this person is. Like, this is the real deal. And I see them being very sensitive and honest with you, and you guys just having that most level of trust in each other. And this person helps you think through life decisions, and you operate as a team, like a partnership. And yeah, I think you've just been looking for somebody who is as loyal as you are, and that's what this person is the same level of loyalty and respect. You both take the relationship, like, equally as seriously, and you both, I think the process of falling in love with this person is very, very beautiful. It's like a fairy tale, almost. And I see you just feeling like you're kind of in a dream during parts of this period. And I see also, like, you guys staying romantic with each other throughout, like, through the long term. Like, you'll always have that flirtatiousness and that gratitude for each other, because you're both really meeting each other's needs, and what you've been looking for all along, you found, you know? Okay. Let's look at Archetype deck. Ooh. Cards are kind of being silly. You have Anima Mundi and Agape. This relationship will teach you unconditional love. I think you had given the person in the past unconditional love and they betrayed you, and this person had done the same for their past relationship. And I see both of you healing from the past and realizing, like, accepting the fact that the person in the past couldn't meet you where you were at, and being thankful about that because you found somebody who could. And I see this relationship opening you both up very much to spirituality, and realizing that everything there's meaning in the chaos. I'm hearing Evergreen by Yeba. You bring meaning to my moments. Orlin, don't fear pain. Art is an aesthetic. Do you like who you see in your petri dish become your paradigm? You both went through immense pain before you found each other, and this is like the blessing you receive for having healed through that pain and trusting in spirit that your course correction was going to be worth it. Because this, like, you course correcting led to this beautiful chapter, and you could have settled, but you chose not to, and you made the right choice. Yeah. This is just a very positive energy. Like, I think you're also just going to be very, I keep getting, like, a strong physical attraction here, so. Finances and career. and let go of control issues. I think the person in the past that you were with didn't take their their goals seriously, and this person definitely does, and that's something you're looking for. And this let go of control issues, I see, because of the past pain, you might want to control this or see where it's headed, and you're just being asked to live in the moment and trust that life is working in your best interest, and let things happen naturally with this person, because it's gonna be, like, picture perfect. Whatever that means. Letting go. Yeah, you're right. Spirit's really just saying you've got to let go of what you can't control, and this is going to work out for you, and you and this person are going to have a beautiful relationship. And I think once you feel yourself letting go in this relationship, that'll be an indication of the fact you found your person, because you just trust that things are going to work out the way they're meant to, rather than when you were feeling like you needed to control everything. That was this indication that it wasn't your person. Intuition. You're very intuitive. You're going to know when this person comes in who they are, and you're just being asked to follow your gut instincts, and pain's coming out. I think you're going to have pain because of the past, and you're being asked to surrender this and know that things are working out for your best interest, and don't let the pain take away from this new relationship. I think you're being asked to practice releasing and letting go of this pain to bring this person in. And when you've done a good amount of healing work from this past relationship, this person will come in. Bashfulness. I see you being kind of shy at the beginning with this person and them too, because of the pain you've been through. But it's you're both going to kind of want to freeze and not make any quick movements, but you're going to realize very quickly that this person and you have a lot in common, and you're on the same team, where in your past relationships you were playing for different teams, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, I'm hearing from Brave, if you could change your fate, would ya? I think you changed your fate by leaving this past person behind. Or basically you had a direction laid out for you and you course corrected, and it's making your life incredibly beautiful. Anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. Spirit really led you out of that situation and into this new one. Spirit decided that you deserved better and took you out of the past. And this is your blessing coming in for you having faith in Spirit and trusting in this process. I haven't been using these cards, but I'm feeling called to use the angels deck. Let's see. Be assertive. So I think you're going to be bashful at the beginning, and I think the way that this relationship will grow is by being assertive and kind of putting yourself out there a bit more than you had in the past. So when you meet this person, and you'll know because you have that intuition, you're being asked to be assertive and, don't be shy, because if you trust that this person's your true love, you'll stand up for yourself and you'll address your boundaries and say what you really want to say. So, yeah. I see this person coming in relatively soon. I'm going to look to close the reading. We're going to look at the celestial bodies oracle cards, and I have a feeling Spirit's going to give us some sort of time frame because I'm feeling that energy. 3, 2. Okay. I think you're meeting this person in the next 3 months from when you're watching this video, with 3 and 2 decreasing. And we have lunar eclipse, and then next lunar eclipse is in November. So I think at the latest by November you'll be meeting this person. Or if you're watching this video later than November 2022, then I'd say the next lunar eclipse by then. But honestly, for the people watching after, I'd say in the next 3 months. So, but yeah, at the latest November 2022, or yeah, you just follow your intuition on that one, because I don't know when you're watching this video. So I see it coming in fairly soon though. So yeah, pile 4, you're meeting somebody that actually meets your needs. So it's beautiful. It is very beautiful. And I see all of the work and pain you've gone through, and I'm so sorry for that. But Spirit's really blessing you with a reciprocal relationship. So yeah, this is all I'm getting for you. Pile 4, it was an honor to read for you, and I'll see you in another reading.